Hi, my name's Stuart Aird. Just want to give a quick thank you to Bob Lane from Act Now Hypnosis. Went and saw Bob because I was having a lot of problems with sleep, and Bob suggested that he might be able to help me with some hypnosis sessions. The main problem I was having is leading up to sporting events. I do a bit of triathlon and that type of thing, and I was having issues with actually falling asleep the week leading up to the triathlons. The anxiety would start to build, and usually, the week prior, having lots of problems actually getting off to sleep the nights, and then the night before the actual triathlons, I would get very little sleep at all, probably maybe 1 to 2 hours if I was lucky during the night to actually get some sleep. Just so nervous and worried about what was happening the next day that I thought more about that than actually the event itself, and couldn't drop off to sleep at night and found myself waking up during the night as well. So what it was doing for me was basically making me very tired the next day. I'd wake up, well, if I did get to sleep, I'd wake up so tired that when I got down to the start of the event, I was already exhausted before I actually hopped in the water to do the swim. So, after months and months of training leading up to the event, I'd get to the actual day and my performance would be let down because I wasn't able to get a good night's sleep, and I was starting to become really frustrated with it. Anyway, so I ran into Bob. We swim together down at the Mooloolaba Beach Bums and discussed what he does and how he uses hypnosis to help people with different issues. And he assured me that he was going to be able to help me with the sleep, especially with coming up to events, but in general because wasn't a very good sleeper anyway. So we organised to do a couple of sessions. We looked at probably about 3 to start off with and see how things went, but after the first session I realised it was going to be pretty effective for me. So Bob, at the first session, he went through different things that he was going to do during the session, how they would be able to help me and why they would be able to help me with what was going on, and then he'd take me through the hypnosis. So it was really easy, calm, relaxed type thing to do. And then after each session he'd give me a few things to take home and practice at home, some things to help reinforce the triggers that he'd set to initiate sleep and stay asleep, and some routines that would go through prior to going to bed. So after the first session I noticed immediate results. I was sleeping better than I had done for a long time, getting to sleep, staying asleep, and if I did wake up during the night, being able to get back to sleep quite easily. So initially it was great. After the first session I could see the results straight away. From there we did another session just to help with other different things to help with the sleep side of things, and then prior to the event, a week before the Mooloolaba try, we did our final session. So Bob again took me through what we was going to do through the session and how it was going to help me and some things to take away. So after that final session I still had the feeling of the anxiety leading up to the event, the build up before a race week, but it didn't affect me. I was able to get normal sleep and wake up refreshed that whole week. I was still a bit worried coming up to the night before, but again, once I'd done those routines or that preparation for bed, I was able to drop off within probably 15 minutes. Didn't even think about it. I was relaxed and ready for the day. I woke up. It was the first time for a long time, especially with the triathlon coming up, that I actually woke up with the alarm. The alarm woke me up. Normally I'd be waking up 2 to 3 hours before, and eventually not even going back to sleep, just get up, have a shower and get ready and go to the transition for the day. So I woke up with the alarm, got up, felt refreshed, felt alive, felt good, and went down to the Mooloolaba try. At the start of the race, a friend of mine actually came up to me and said, "Stuart, this is the most relaxed I've ever seen you before a start of a race." And so, having that thought and that feeling of relaxation, I was able to start the race feeling refreshed. So, the results I got were pretty amazing. I ended up doing a personal best for the swim, personal best for the ride, and then a personal best for the overall race as well. So the results were great. And after doing 20 plus triathlons, it's the best I've ever felt before a race. So I just want to say a big thank you to Bob Lane from Act Now Hypnosis. He really helped me to start to enjoy a sport that I do love again, or start to enjoy again the sport that I love so much. So thanks again, mate, and I hope you can help out a few more people like you've helped me. Thanks, Bob. See you, mate. Bye.